Hello and welcome to class 667. Let's finish vocabulary that we started yesterday. And yesterday was yesterday. Yeah, today's a holiday not for you. For us, yes. So Marta and I are working on a holiday. All right. So let's continue with list number 20 on page 144. All right. Procedimientos, procedure. Un tanto, algo. Estoy algo cansado hoy. Somewhat. Strange expression. Algo que. Todo junto. Somewhat. It's somewhat difficult. Es un tanto difícil. Es algo difícil. Somewhat. Referente a, regarding the lights, I really think they're too bright. Regarding the sound system, the microphone and everything, I think it's a good system. Now, regarding the cameras, this camera I like, but that other camera I don't like. Regarding the background, con referencia, referente a, o en cuanto al fondo aquí detrás de mí, I think, Marta, the people are getting tired of the same background. Maybe we should change. What do you think? Do you think? Do you think we should change? Marta's against the idea. Yeah. Marta's reluctant to change the background. Marta's hesitant to change the background. She's not in favor of the idea. She's not in favor of the idea. She's against the idea. When I was learning Spanish, one of the most difficult things for an English-speaking person when learning Spanish is the difference between ser y estar. Yo soy, yo estoy, you say. And so I remember, I said, I'm in favor of the idea. And I said, how do you say that in Spanish? He says, estoy a favor. De la idea. Okay, con el verbo estar, ¿no? Yes. Y estoy partidario de la idea. No, soy partidario. And it means the same thing. Yes, but one is what's done and one is what's said. It's still confusing for me. All right. Referente is referring. Regarding the background, I want to change it. Yeah. Concerning the background. Concerning. Sin preposición posterior. Concerning the table, regarding the table. Regarding you. Es en cuanto a ti. Regarding you, concerning me, concerning this class, regarding. Inquieto is restless. Children are restless. Yeah, children. Inquietos. Estate quieto. Be still. Be still. Still, como todavía. Be still. Te quieres estar quieto. Would you please be still? Come on, be still. You're very restless. And restless can be used figuratively. A restless person is usually an ambitious person. Es inquieto, con un gran afán de superación. He's ambitious. La palabra ambicioso suena mal en español. En inglés, no tanto. Ambitious. That means con afán de superación. Ambitious. Restless. O sea, literalmente sin descanso. Restless. Are you a restless person? No. I'm not a restless person. I'm calm and placid. Calmado y plácido. Yeah, me llaman plácido a veces. Yeah, hola plácido, placid. I'm calm and placid. Yes. But it's true, Marta. I'm calm and placid. Do you find me a restless person? No. Yeah. Intellectually, yes. But physically, I'm calm and placid. Yeah. I'm calm and placid. Salado is salty. Salty food. Salty. Yes. What do you do if you, for example, you're cooking a big stew, estofado con agua, and you shake the salt, and the top comes up, and the salt falls in. What do you do in this case? Well, you take a potato. You take a potato. ¿Lo sabes, no? Yeah. If you accidentally oversalt something and you want to reduce it, you put a potato in it. Or 2 potatoes. If it's the entire salt shaker, to shake is agitar. We say el salero, no se dice salero. We say the salt shaker, el agitador del sal. The salt shaker. And sometimes, if the cap is not on very well, all the salt falls out. And then you put a potato, or if it's a lot of salt, maybe 2 potatoes, to cook together with the stew. Stew is estofado. And it will absorb the salt. You didn't know that trick? Now you know. My God, I'm an English teacher and a cook. Not true. I'm not a cook. But I know a few things about cooking. All right, salado is salty. And the opposite of salty is bland. Yeah, bland. When I started learning Spanish, I was just said, blando? Blando será bland, no? No, blando is soft. Okay, because in English, bland is soso, o insípido, poco sal, o nada de sal, all right? Richard, do you prefer food that's too salty or too bland? Well, I prefer food that's too bland because then I can add some salt, of course. There's a remedy, there's a solution. If it's too salty, after cooking it, the potato doesn't work. The potato works when you're cooking it. And so, in this case, it's too late. It's too salty. All right. Dominar is to dominate. Ojo, sino. Dominar is ejercer dominio sobre alguien, is to dominate. Yes. For example, in the La Liga, the Spanish football league, usually Real Madrid and Barcelona dominate the league. Once every 15 years, Atlético de Madrid wins. Once every 30 years, maybe some other team wins, like Real Sociedad or Athletic de Bilbao. But Real Madrid and Barcelona dominate. In the Bundesliga, usually Bayern de Munich dominates. In France, usually Paris Saint-Germain dominates. In the Italian league, normally Juventus or el Inter or el Milan dominate. Sometimes Roma, but no, they don't dominate, no. 3. And in the Premier League in Great Britain, it's normally Liverpool or Manchester City. In the last few years, Chelsea, these 3 dominate. Sometimes Manchester United, sometimes a strange team like Leicester. But it's interesting because the same teams dominate year after year after year after year after year, usually. In the United States, this is not true in American football, baseball, or basketball. Although it is true that the San Francisco or the Golden State Warriors have dominated recently. But every decade, different teams are dominating. It's because it's a different approach to money is not to be a rich team doesn't give you a free ticket to dominating the league. In Europe, yes, because you can hire the best, you can bring the best players, with what you call talonario. You just be giving them money, all right. In the United States too, but there's a system, a draft system from the universities and from the minor leagues, which is better in my opinion. But in any case, dominar is to dominate. Ahora, dominar un idioma. Bueno, existe la palabra to master. To master no es dominar. To master es llegar a dominar, es el camino. To master es ir dominando. To master English. To master English. Ahora, you can say, I have mastered English. Eso sí, ya he llegado a dominar el inglés. I have mastered English. But to master is a root. You're mastering English now. Hacer cumplir is to enforce. Hacer cumplir la ley. ¿Quién hace cumplir la ley? The police. Enforce the law. A law enforcement officer. In the United States, un agente de la ley y orden is a law enforcement officer. To enforce es hacer cumplir. O sea, enforzar la ley, literally, to enforce the law. Law enforcement is las ciencias policiales, o policíacas. Yes, law enforcement. It's a degree at the university, law enforcement. Law enforcement and criminology. They're together. Law enforcement and criminology. CSI, crime scene investigation. CSI, crime scene investigation. In order to be a member of a CSI team, normally you need to study law enforcement and criminology at the university. All right. To enforce the law. To enforce the law. Yes. To pass the law, the legislation, it's the Congress, the Senate, the House of Representatives, or the Senate in every state. They pass the legislation. And then the police enforce the legislation. And then the judges, the judicial system, interprets the legislation to make sure it's constitutional or similar, if it's a fair law. Hacer cumplir, to enforce the law, rellenar impresos, to fill out the forms. Los británicos dicen fill in. The opposite preposition, to fill in a form. A form is un impreso, un formulario, say form. Form. F-O-R-M, form. Now, in the United States, in order to fill out a form, you need to fill out the information. Yes, fine. But los espacios en blanco, we say to fill in. So in the United States, in order to fill out a form, you need to fill in the blanks. Or the boxes, recuadritos, recuadros, you need to fill in the boxes, or casillas. You need to fill in the boxes or to fill in the blanks in order to fill out the form. The British say in order to fill in the form, you need to fill in the gaps. Gaps, las brechas, o sea, los espacios en blanco. All right. To fill in, but it doesn't matter. Fill in, fill out are correct on both sides of the Atlantic. To fill out a form, to fill out a form, to fill out a form. I don't like filling out forms. It takes forever to fill out a form. Apañarse y salir del paso, to get by. I know enough French to get by. I make enough money to get by. Marta and her husband make enough money to get by. Llegar a fin de mes. To get by es salir del paso. En este caso, llegar a fin de mes. To make ends meet, to get by. But she doesn't know. Do you know enough? I think she knows enough English to get by. I mean, I think if she and her family go to London, and she's the interpreter for her husband and her son, I think she can get by. You can get by. I think she can get by. Yeah, she knows enough to get by. Dudar is to hesitate. To hesitate. Claro, dudar is to doubt. But in English, to doubt means no creer del todo. Tengo mis dudas. Ojo. Marta says that she's 1.65 meters. I have my doubts. I doubt that she's telling me the truth. I doubt. Now, to hesitate is dudar. ¿Lo hago o no? No sé, Marta, ¿qué hago? I'm hesitating. ¿Sigo con este libro o no? I'm hesitating. Dudando si quiero o no. That's to hesitate. Hesitate. There's a word in Spanish, there's a verb in Spanish whose meaning has changed completely in the last 50 years. And that word is vacilar. Ahora se usa, no, me estás vacilando. That means, are you pulling my leg, or are you making fun of me, or you and things. But the original meaning is vacilar, is to hesitate. No vaciles en hacerlo. Adelante. No dudes. Don't hesitate. He who hesitates is lost. Hesitation. It's very common in English to hesitate. Yes. El que duda acaba perdiendo. He who hesitates ends up losing. Don't be afraid. Move forward with resolution and decision. Be decisive. Una persona decidida never hesitates. All right. A decisive person makes decisions and executes the decision. The person who doesn't hesitate makes decisions and carries out, executes, carries out the decisions. All right. To hesitate, aflojar is to loosen, to tighten and to loosen, to tighten, to loosen, to loosen, to loosen. Está flojo. It's loose. Está muy flojo esto. Tenemos que apretarlo. We have to tighten it. Está muy prieto, muy apretado. Hay que aflojarlo. We have to loosen it. It's too tight. If something is too tight, you have to loosen it. If something's too loose, you need to tighten it. All right. To tighten and to loosen. Malentender is to misunderstand. Te he malentendido. I misunderstood you. Ha habido un malentendido. There's been a misunderstanding. You're misunderstanding me. I didn't say that. I said this. I didn't say that. Yeah. But you said all men are created equal. Yes. But I didn't mean it the way you said it. It's a misunderstanding. All right, to misunderstand. Tirar la basura is to throw away. To throw away. Yeah, how many pencils, Richard, have you thrown away? Of these pencils, I haven't thrown away any of them. Or I haven't thrown any of them away. Well, throw them away. Do you want me to throw them away? Yeah, throw them away. I don't want to throw them away. Come on. Richard, yeah, if you throw those pencils away, I'll give you 100 euros. Okay. If you promise to give me 100 euros, I'll throw them away. Because then, after this class, I'll go and I'll buy another 20 pencils for 15 euros, and I'll have 85 euros. Profit, beneficio. Yeah, aplico el ánimo lucro aquí. So yeah, sure, you want me to throw them away? I'll throw them away. Do you want me to throw them away? Fine, I'll throw them away. ¿Quieres que los tire? Vale, los tiro. En español se usa el presente. Aunque el futuro se admite y hasta es mejor. ¿Quieres que los tiro? Los tiraré. En English hay que decirlo así. In Spanish, ¿quieres que los tire? Los tiro. Vale, los tiro. Do you want me to throw them away? Okay, I'll throw them away. El presente no vale aquí en inglés. After class. All right. Marto's worried. Don't throw them away. Don't throw them away. Throw them away. Throw them away. Throw them away. Fíjate la M de them, de trampolín. Con away. Throw them away. Away. Throw them away. Tema de conversación es topic, subject. Con subject siempre tienes razón. Topic es tema de conversación, pero no es tema de un libro o de un ensayo. In an essay, it's the theme or the subject. The subject vale para todo. Subject también es sujeto de una frase. También es súbdito de un rey. The subject. I can't think, there's una cuarta. I can't remember the fourth meaning. Subject. Bien hecho. Well done. Well done. I've lost my bookmarker, Marta. I've lost my bookmarker. My trusty bookmarker, my God. What would I do without bookmarkers? Can you imagine life without bookmarkers? Could you imagine? Somebody would have to invent a bookmarker and that person would become rich. Yeah, a bookmarker. Okay, my friends, paragraphs. How much time do we have left? We have maybe for one, maybe two if I hurry. But with the paragraphs, I don't like to hurry. Haste makes waste. Yes, vísteme despacio que tengo prisa. All right, haste makes waste. Haste, escrito haste, con H. Haste, means la prisa. Es una palabra más poética. Haste makes waste. La prisa engendra el desperdicio o el derroche. Haste makes waste. All right. Paragraph 156. Are you ready? I'm sorry, but it's sold out. You might try the bookstore across the street. They usually have a pretty big stock of reference books, and you might find what you're looking for there. If you prefer to wait, we should have it here by the middle of next week. Okay, this is a bookshop. There are two people here, a person who wants to buy a book and the person working in the bookshop or the bookstore. Bookshop, bookstore, bookshop, bookstore. But there's a problem because the person is asking for a book that is out of stock. Out of stock. Sold out. Sold out means agotado. Out of stock is fuera de existencia, o sea, agotado. It's out of stock or sold out. And the shopkeeper, the person working in the shop, says, I'm sorry, but it's sold out. But what kind of book is it? Oh, listen. I'm sorry, but it's sold out. You might try that bookstore across the street. They usually have a pretty big stock of reference books, and you might find what you're looking for there. You might find what you're looking for there. If you prefer to wait, we should have it here by the middle of next week. All right, this is a difficult paragraph to understand. But it's interesting here because there's another bookstore across the street. In Spanish, you say enfrente, across the street. And this person says, I'm sorry, but it's sold out. You might try, puede que quieras probar enfrente. She's offering a possibility to a competitor. You might try the bookstore across the street. They usually have a pretty good stock of reference books. Reference books, libros de referencia, dictionary, encyclopedia. These are reference books. Diccionarios de sinónimos. We call it a thesaurus or a synonym dictionary. These are reference books. And apparently no, for sure, the person is asking for a certain reference book. And the employee in the bookstore says, I'm sorry, but it is sold out. Está agotado. Está vendido fuera, literalmente. Sold out, sold out, sold out, soldado, sold out, sold out, soldador, sold out, sold out, doubt, duda, doubt, soul, el sol, sol y duda, sold out. Así es, vendido fuera, literalmente, que es agotado. O sea, ya no está en inventario, ya no está. Tienen que pedir más. The bookstore has to order more books of this specific reference book. I'm sorry, but it's sold out. I'm sorry, but it's sold out. You might try. You might means puedes probar. O sea, a lo mejor puedes querer probar enfrente. You might try that bookstore across the street. They usually have a pretty big stock, un stock bastante grande. They usually have a pretty big stock of reference books. And you might, a lo mejor encuentras, you might find what you're looking for there. Okay. A lo mejor encontrarás lo que estás buscando. You might find what you are looking for. You might find what you're looking for. You might find what you are, what you, la T de what, con la Y de you, what your, contracting to you are, what your, you might find what you're looking for there, across the street. Las eficiencias fonéticas de cualquier idioma. You know, it's incredible. Yes. You say echado para adelante. Es un activo echado para adelante. Nadie dice es una persona echada para adelante. Es que no se dice. Es un tío echado para adelante. Nobody says it, echado para adelante. All right. And we say, you know, you might find what you're looking for. You might find you might find what you are looking for there, across the street. You might find, across the street es la forma en inglés de decir enfrente, cuando hay una calle en medio, cruzando dicha calle. Across the street. Across. You might find what you're looking for across the street. If you prefer to wait, we should have it here by the middle of next week. So the bookstore has ordered the reference book and probably other books. And they say, seguramente lo tendremos para la semana próxima. A mediados de la próxima. We should. I'm going to come back and finish this. This is an interesting paragraph tomorrow. Take care.